Welcome. Aaron Vogel is here with us from the new, soon to be new, District Donuts Sliders and Brew at the Belhaven Town Center. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. Thanks for being here today. We are pumped up here in Jackson, Mississippi about the new shop coming to Belhaven Town Center. You've been around now for about 8 years with an original location, the Garden District of New Orleans, but you're expanding. And how many locations are under your belt at this point?
Yeah, this will be restaurant number 7. So we currently have 6 in play.
That's incredible. Now, just for the uneducated, the uninformed, the unindoctrinated, as it were, what is District Donuts Sliders and Brew?
Yeah, so we are a restaurant, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And we hit on every day part with kind of things that fit in your hand very easily. So we can be a knife and fork spot, but we like to be a sloppy, messy, get a crazy good donut, slider, waffle cheese fries or bacon ranch cheese fries, or a double cheeseburger sandwich. So we do a lot of fun stuff. That's all day long. We're doing small batch donuts. We're kind of changing those flavors every single week. We make everything in-house. So from our breads to our dough, the sprinkle, the pickles, the jalapenos, the sauces. I mean, everything we do, we're trying to do in a culinary forward way. But we have a ton of fun. We wrap a lot of bows around it, and we don't take ourselves too seriously while achieving those things.
Yes, I saw a picture a couple of weeks ago, maybe on Twitter, that your drafts were coming in, and I think it said milk, coffee, beer, and cocktails. You're going to have cocktails on draft?
Yeah, we're gonna have 3 cocktails on draft, 3 beers on draft, 4 different coffees, and a couple different milks. And so the vision was always like, man, what would it be like if Dad pulled up and was like, I'll get a cold brew or Vietnamese iced coffee or beer or cocktail while sitting at a bar with his son who's 4, who's like, and I'll take a chocolate milk, right? Like that's just a kind of experience that we think is a lot of fun, a little something for everyone. And so multi-generational concept that just makes people feel right at home has always been the goal. And so our hope for Jackson is that whether you're hitting us at 8 o'clock at night for a beer and a burger, or you're coming to us at 7:30 and you want a cold brew on draft or nitro cold brew, like these are the types of things that we can kind of meet every need that you might have through the day.
And you locally roast your own coffee there in New Orleans. You'll bring that to Jackson too, right?
That's right. That's right. We call it Cool Kids Coffee Roasters. It's tied in with kid-centric nonprofits who serve like the cool kids of each community that we're a part of. But yeah, we're sourcing our own beans and then roasting our own beans. Adam is our roaster. A guy who's just a killer coffee palate and a good dude all around. And so we're super proud of the coffee that we put out. And it's going to be really, really neat to be able to bring it to Jackson as well, for sure.
Now, we talked before camera about the vibe of District Donuts Sliders and Brew at the Belhaven Town Center, and you told me each location is a little different, and you're centering around a family-friendly focus. Is that right?
Yeah, every location, we try to contextualize and make sure it makes sense for whoever we're serving. So we have some places where we're serving dense residential, some places we're serving dense tourism, and then some places that really reach well into the commercial world. And so our hope for Belhaven is like as we look around, we see a hospital, we see a couple of universities, and then we see a neighborhood. And so we're trying to make sure that we're authentic to the space that we're in. And one of our pieces from the beginning has always been about letting people into what we do. And so our first location, if you go to the Garden District from near 8 years ago now, we wanted to have no walls, no office. Everything was visible. Our leaders work in the same space that burgers are being grilled and guests are watching over the bar and engaging in conversation with a barista who's pouring latte art. We do take the art element very seriously when it comes to looking at not just culinary art, but also the aesthetic art. And so we've partnered up with Goodwood Nola, every location except the very first one. And they're kind of the common thread in all of our locations, handcrafted wood throughout the entire space. So you have a lot of stainless, a lot of equipment, and then you also have heavy wood all throughout the space. So we really, really love bringing the colors that seem to maybe fit for that neighborhood, the style that fits for that neighborhood. So we think Belhaven I hope, is going to be really, really happy with what we're putting together.
Aaron, as you and your partners expand your District Donuts Sliders and Brew empire across the region, across the country, you picked Jackson as one of your expansion locations. Why is Jackson so important?
Yeah, we've come to understand, and we've learned through the years that we hope that New Orleans is a sweetheart city to Jackson. That we're a hop, skip, and a jump away, 2.5 hours, and people come to spend the weekend here with us, and we get to serve them. And a lot of friends who I've had who live in Jackson they're very aware, their surrounding circles, or they're aware of District. They've been once or twice. And so we're in the business of serving people and meeting them in the places that they want to be met with food and obviously cuisine and hospitality. And so we thought that Jackson was just, a perfect fit for us that would appreciate what we're doing already. We love the South. We're big fans of anywhere we can drive, a couple hours away. We appreciate where we come from, and we love that Jackson's a part of that kind of Southern legacy that we're a part of. So yeah, it just made a lot of sense. Jackson's a food city. Loves great food. And the more I've gotten to know people out there, the more they talk about food in Jackson the way people talk about food in New Orleans. That really is true. It's a really big deal. And so we hope that we can kind of meet that mark and run side by side with these people who really love great cuisine.
We do love our food in Jackson, and take it from someone who's been to District Donuts Sliders and Brew in the Garden District many times now. We love you guys too. So we can't wait for you to open at the Belhaven Town Center this August. It's right around the corner here in Jackson, Mississippi. Aaron Vogel from District Donuts Sliders and Brew, thanks so much for spending time with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. We're really looking forward to getting up there soon with you guys.